It's a pretty gnarly thing. I mean, it's scary to look at, which is why I was initially drawn to it. I'm an avowed horror movie fan, and this thing's pretty scary. The more you learn about it, though, the more you find that it's not just a collection of horrific images. There's actually some really interesting stuff going on, and there's actually some kind of sad stuff going on in this painting as well. My name is Jason Persse. I'm the editorial manager for MoMA's creative team. This is Painting from 1946 by Francis Bacon. And I think the first thing you'll notice about this painting is that it's terrifying. A lot of the imagery in here utilizes not only blood, but also scenes of real butchery. Literal butchery, because these appear to be semi-human forms, but they also look like they're hanging in a butcher shop. In fact, you can see at the top of the painting, there are garlands of flowers hanging, which is apparently an old British butcher shop way to control the smell. What's interesting about the painting, though, is that it was painted in 1946, the year after World War II ended. So clearly Francis Bacon is getting at more than just disturbing imagery for the sake of being disturbing. He's probably saying something about the brutality of war. And that's backed up not only by the fact that there are these kind of mangled bodies in the painting, but also by this central figure. A lot of people have said that this might be Neville Chamberlain, who was the prime minister immediately prior to Winston Churchill. Chamberlain is most associated with a policy called appeasement, whereby the UK essentially allowed Hitler to take over certain parts of Eastern Europe, and in return, the UK would be allowed to stay out of the war. That obviously didn't work out very well, and that has since been Chamberlain's political legacy. So it's possible that this figure represents, if not Chamberlain, because that's something that Bacon himself denied, certainly a kind of politician or political figure. You can also see that there are what appear to be microphones around the figure, and it's easy to understand why, in the immediate aftermath of the atrocities of World War II, an artist would have a problem with the political figures who allowed the country, and indeed the world, to go down that path in the first place. In 2015, MoMA's conservation department did an assessment of the painting. They did X-radiograph, and they found that there were a bunch of additional images in the center of the painting that were subsequently painted over. They also tested the pigments that were used, especially in the top of the painting, and they found that these red paintings, which tend to be incredibly light sensitive, have probably faded significantly since the time of the painting. When it first came out of the painter's studio, and it's hard to believe, but this painting may have been more disturbing and more arresting, because what looks to be a kind of calming drunk tank pink was originally a darker, more powerful magenta. The fact that it has faded through time lends a poignancy to the painting, because even an image this arresting, even something this powerful and disturbing, is nothing in the face of the ravages of time and things like light. The entire painting will gradually fade, as everything will here. We work at a museum and we hate to think about things like the eventual destruction of all of these paintings, but that is an inevitability, and that lends a certain pathos to this painting. It's powerful, but it's also nothing in the face of time and degradation. And that kind of gets back to what Bacon was talking about initially. Our bodies are fragile. Our bodies are nothing in the face of things like war, in the face of atrocity. And so there's something about this painting that's not only terrifying, not only powerful, but just plain old sad.